The Nurburg Ring is one of my all-time favourite places, but lately online I've been hearing some very negative things, particularly about the Touristenfahrten or the public days. I've been there a few times now, and luckily today we've got two people coming with us who've never been. So hopefully by the end of this trip we'll know whether the Touristenfahrten is still worth the hype. On this trip, I want to document the culture and atmosphere around the Nurburg Ring, as well as doing laps on the Nordschleife. I've heard online that people are complaining that the place is getting too crowded, people with pops and bangs are ruining everything, and I'm aware British people don't have the best reputation over there, mainly due to our oversized egos apparently. I've been coming here a few years now, so I'm going to give my opinions, but I've also asked my friends Liam and Matt, who are joining us this time, to give their honest opinions on what they felt as first-time visitors after they completed a few laps and soaked everything in. Of course, we will be hitting the Autobahn, a motorway system with no speed limit, visiting the most famous petrol station in the world, hitching rides from a madman in an M3, and much, much more. We began our journey in South Wales, where Georgia and I were in my EJ9 Honda Civic, meeting up with Liam and Rochelle in Liam's EP3 Civic Type R. We hit the road again and of course got stuck in traffic around the London area. Did see some cool cars though. As well as doing the Nurburgring trip itself, I'm going to be keeping track of the fuel because I've always been curious how much it costs fuel-wise. We're going to be tracking when we get the travelling, doing the laps, keep track of how many laps obviously, and Liam's doing the same because this was sort of designed to be economical. His Type R wasn't, so it'll be interesting to see the comparison. It's unbelievable. We've been on the road a few hours now and it makes you realise how much the UK just does not know how to drive. We're on a motorway 4 lanes wide and there's just still people that haven't got a clue. For those that have never driven in Europe, wait till we get there, you'll see the differences. Driving quality is unbelievable. We settled in and continued munching up the miles towards the Channel Tunnel. Pretty straightforward run until I took a wrong turn that cost us about 20 minutes. But we eventually made it and met up with Matt in his new to him Mark 7 Volkswagen Golf R. So we've made it to the tunnel. Well, we're stuck in this massive queue. Every other time we've come early hours of the morning. I don't think we've ever queued. But hey ho, I thought this would be a good chance to figure out our first fuel stop. Only down to half a tank, but there was a Tesco there. I love using momentum, so we know once we get over there, we got a full tank of fuel. But for that half tank, we covered 227 miles and used 22.65 litres of fuel. 45.6 miles per gallon. Holy cow! Yeah, so there's the calculations. I'm really impressed with that. Like, I know obviously we've been on a run, I've been driving very sensible. We've been doing about 65, 70 the whole way, just because we are very early, but actually 2 hours early now. I am going to ask Liam, I hope he got a receipt, because I want to compare that to Liam's now, while his was spitting flames everywhere. As we were waiting to get on the train, I began to feel the lack of sleep. I'm not tired at all. Just a thought for those who've never been on the Eurotunnel, I do recommend this. It's a bit of a weird experience. You literally drive onto a train. The good thing is there's supposed to be toilets on board. Every time I've come on here they've been out of order. But you are allowed to get up and walk around, and what's most important, it is boiling, but they got little vents all along there that blow out cold air, so I just spent the whole time sat on there, although I did try to have a nap. To no real avail, so I'm still running on like 3 hours sleep. But hey ho, we are in France and it looks quite sunny. As soon as we got off the train, we were greeted with lovely weather and some lovely scenery, and people that understand the rules of the road. So apparently there's no escaping traffic. But the beautiful thing is, that's a really cool truck. Beautiful thing is, it is sunny as heck. And although we've got aircon, I'm scared to use it because it takes away all 3 horsepower this car has. But we're enjoying the sun. Not to get your hair blowing everywhere. to say, we completely lost Matt and Liam and Rochelle on the tunnel. We were nowhere near just how it is. Those two sailed through once again. I don't think I've come through the Eurotunnel without getting stopped for security. So they swapped the car, did the usual stuff. But we are 286 miles in now on my car, and I don't want to jinx it at all, but as usual, she's a dream. She's munching up the miles. The biggest difference on this trip is the exhaust, and although it is catching the body and knocking the crap out of the body, I'm putting up with that 'cause it's not all the time. But what has been a godsend is the baffle. Like I said, how it eliminates the drone, I don't know, but it still sounds nice. You can still hear it, but there's no drone. And obviously on the BC Racing coilovers, we've got the dampening set on the softest. So we are sailing by. And Matt, obviously in the Golf R, we're waiting for Liam now, who was somehow 21 minutes behind us. But Matt, I mean, it's a factory Golf R. As you can imagine, he is rolling in comfort, speed, everything. And so far, no issues. Took a wrong turn or three, did we? I wish I caught that on camera. Right, what's your first impressions driving abroad?
Roundabouts.
It's a weird sensation, but again, if you've never done it, it's literally the opposite. You've still got to look left and sort of go around to the right. It is really weird. I was going to say, how's the car going? Have you...
Still rubbing.
Yeah?
Still rubbing.
Was it passenger rear?
Oh,
look at his t-shirt, that looks wicked. Driver or passenger was it? This one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the issue Liam was having, it must literally be like grazing it.
Yeah. It's
Luckily.
not like bad like crunching.
No.
Unless you hit something really deep.
Yeah, we've hit some bumps and dips in the road. But we may have some ghetto fixes. Oh, that's crispy. Because when we get to the ring, as I said, the elevation changes and stuff like that are nuts. But it's cool, man. It's nice seeing them all here. We are in Belgium, and if you've ever done this trip, there's no like big welcome. There's no passport control or anything. You just all of a sudden you're in Belgium. But this is cool, seeing them all here. Yeah, what a good day. Right, so fans of Auto Alex will recognise that. It is the same. Is it the same make?
Yeah, I don't know if you just got the English name can. But
so, give it a go. What do we think? Is it worth travelling to Belgium for?
It's actually quite nice.
Yeah?
I don't like chocolate milkshake, but that's actually quite nice.
Oh, okay. I was expecting it to just be like, no, it's crap. Right, we've got the bonnet up. Nothing wrong, touch wood. We've done an oil check. How much have you used?
I did give it a battering before we came.
Yeah.
And it was slightly under the max.
Oh,
it was overfilled.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, touch wood. Mine is absolutely fine, but I've only hit VTEC like once or twice because I got the baffle in. I don't like hitting it because it's throwing all the exhaust on it. It's just stopping it. But like I said, I love this thing. She's doing really well. So the drive has been lovely. The scenery's been phenomenal, and the roads are relatively empty. Now Liam mentioned something about traffic in Brussels. He asked if we were heading to Brussels, and that's the only route it took us. And he was absolutely right. We've been stuck in traffic for ages in Brussels, and I knew we were in Brussels because it was stop-start. So that is something to note. What's the time? 5:10 local time.
No, 5 o'clock.
I can't read. Typical, as I said, we've been stop-start for about 20-25 minutes. As we say that, it's clearing up, so it's back on the road we go.
And we still have 3 hours to go.
But she is munching up the miles, lovely. It's comfy. You comfy?
Very comfortable, yes. I've got my book.
This car is just wicked. It may be the slowest car on the road, but we love it. We soldiered on through the dreadful traffic in Brussels, then it started tipping down with rain. We then unfortunately saw the aftermath of a pretty bad accident that got me a bit annoyed. Right, so we've been stuck in traffic for hours, it feels like. And I started off by saying the quality of driving as soon as you get out of the UK is a million times better, and it was. As soon as we've got to Belgium, I don't know how to say it without being politically correct. What a bunch of holes. They drive so aggressively, and we've just witnessed what can happen. There was a car transporter jackknifed, and I'm not saying it was because they were driving aggressively, but the amount of people that nearly crashed into Liam just now just because they wouldn't let him in or anything like that, it absolutely infuriates me. And look at the traffic it's caused now. We've been driving for miles and it's just standstill. yeah, that lasted long. We're finally on the Autobahn. After almost beating Matt in his Golf R, I mean, I did have my exhaust baffling, just saying. We saw some cool cars along the Autobahn, but as we got closer to the accommodation, the scenery got even better. The road surface, however, didn't. Liam is going to be struggling with the razors rubbing. Right, so we finally made it into the accommodation, and the reason I'm not shouting, this place is so peaceful. Let me show you quickly. The main feature.
Sweaty me.
Right, it's been a very long day. I just wanted to show.
No, this is lovely.
I know, I just walked into that. It's been a long day. You probably won't be able to tell on camera, but that bed is huge. Bathroom in there. This place is incredibly clean. Very cozy kitchen. This is where me and Georgia will be sleeping. This is the main thing I wanted to show you. Look at that. It is a different world up there. Anywho, we're gonna get some sleep and we'll see you in the morning. Fill up. We've done 320.7 miles, and how much fuel did we use?
33.74.
33.74. Now, unfortunately, typically every fuel station we went to last time had like super and like super duper. The octane levels are slightly different over here, so their super here was 98, and I think even 98 is not probably our 195, which I'm not too happy with, but hey ho, it's only a Civic, it'll be fine. Wow, so bearing in mind we did a lot of miles yesterday and a lot of thrashing on the Autobahn, 43.25 miles per gallon. I really like this car. This car is cute as hell. If it had like 7 times the horsepower, I think it'd be the perfect car. Right, so we've stopped at a place. We can hear cars screaming in the background. So our second favourite place on earth is what's known as Beastro Cockpit, isn't it? Which is where we stopped before for food, and we did clips before where you can literally just sit there. It's like a rolling car show. And as we pulled up, obviously there's modified cars everywhere. The ring's not even open today, and it's still just like a car show around here, but we are going to get some food now and actually see what's on track. There must be race cars on track or something. So this is what I was saying, we're sat here about to have food, and then so the Nurburg Ring is literally there, and we got a VX220. I'm pretty sure as well.
Wow.
So it's early-ish in the morning. The track's not open for like another 8 hours. Like I said, the track is literally up there. Food. Beastro Cockpit we highly recommend. And there's a little car show over there, isn't it? British as well.
No, that one. No, it's not that one.
So although we've come for breakfast, the breakfast menu It's quite small and I am absolutely starving. So this is apparently a gyros. It's like an exploded gyros. There's no bread. George has ordered a cheeseburger, which is massive. Latte for some reason in a glass, and you got a black coffee because you're very sophisticated. But I will let you know what this is like. Number 1 of the trip. This is what I mean by like just being the ultimate place. We've just had amazing food and greeted with these two. One of my dream cars. Holy cow. How fitting is that? It's probably the only ever time you'll see a GT3 RS parked next to an EJ9 Civic. How small it makes it look. That's insane. Okay, so we've just found another one of our favourite places that we're about to spend a fortune in. So this is not the one we went to in the petrol station, the famous petrol station. There's another one just opposite the cockpit cafe just over there. Look at all these. And Ben, this is for you. Inspiration. Thank you, Mr. Random Photographer, taking a photo of my car. The inferior Civic is now pulling up. We have made it in front of the Nurburg Ring sign. So again, for those that don't know, this is sort of the main strip. I do believe you'll get really told off if you park in front of the ring, but the beauty is there's a car park just here, which I only found out last time, that we can all park up, get some awesome photos just there. And yeah, I don't know who that random photographer was, but taking a photo of my car. So yeah, so in this video I just wanted to document the whole, not just the ring, the Touristenfahrten, but just the whole vibe. And like I said, me and Georgia, this is our yearly holiday. We treat this as a holiday, not just for the cars, but this is our getaway, our escape. And this is just something you can't portray on camera. You've got to experience it. It's so chilled. Everything is just one big chilled car show. So on this holiday, on the Friday now, as I said, we've got time to chill and time to explore. So just outside is the Nurburg Ring sign. And we didn't realise this was here, so we thought we'll stop and have a drink. It's actually a simulation racing, like lounge and bar they call it. So we've got all sim races up there. And I just love the decor. Brake disc, massive, what looks like a carbon ceramic brake disc. This is exactly why I love coming here. And of course, staying hydrated. Yeah, proper little sim place. So another random cool feature of the ring. Get a shot of this. I'm about to test drive. I'll do a full review for you guys on Right, so the seat comfort's not the best.
We all love watching Andrew fit into tight cars, so this is for entertainment purposes only.
Still more comfortable than the MX-5, let's be fair. Excuse me, sir. I'm in the main info centre now. It all seems a bit intimidating when you're outside. So we came in, I've basically got an account online. If you want a physical ticket, physical card, which I should have got, whether you've got an account or not, just come into the info centre. I had an account but not a card, and they literally just link them up straight away. So now when you're going through the tolls, you can literally just scan it. And then this car, while we're waiting for Liam and Rosh, I mean, just an old 911 parked inside as you do. What a building and what a place. I have never seen vending machines for there's all Nurburgring merchandise. So you've got t-shirts, stuff like that, key rings, even stickers. That's insane. So another spot I would highly recommend anytime you're visiting the ring. I always forget what it's called, but basically that petrol station there. Really famous. We've watched loads of videos here. Basically anytime someone sees a camera, they just seem to make a lot of noise coming down this way. We've got a really good spot, but this is where we just sit and chill. And in the petrol station there's also a car model site as well, and that's the famous junction up there. We probably will take a walk up there as well, but this is something, it's like a minute or so from the Nurburg Ring. So yes, I would highly recommend this place. Oh wow. Wow, I forget what chassis that is. Old 5 Series. Sorry, if you know me, you'll know that Mark II Golf is also on my dream car list. With the small bumpers, that's amazing. Oh look, another GT3 RS. Look, another GT3 RS. So this is the petrol station. It does tend to be busy, but like I said, it's probably the most famous petrol station in the world. Liam is queuing up somewhere to get fuel. So there he is. I'm a little bit jealous that he's filled up at the most famous petrol station in the world, just randomly next to a GT4 RS. Just speaking to the owner of that 360 there, what a legend. Vtec back box on that. He said it sounds incredible. I'm hoping he'll make some noise now. Wow. And that noise one you just heard was a 500 horsepower supercharged DG.
K24?
Yeah, K24, yeah. Right, if you want to see some ghetto fixes, the rubbing issue that Liam's been having. I've seen this on YouTube, so if it's on YouTube, it's got to be true. We're going to try the old... The lip is literally touching the tire at the moment. So what we're going to do is roll it forward. This could go horribly wrong, but... yeah, thank you. Oh, that's crispy. That looks quite cool. Right, so we're getting brave now. It worked surprisingly well. You probably won't be able to see it, but it has kicked up the inner lip. So, with Liam's permission, just going backwards, we'll do... ready when you are. Liam and I managed to get a lap in on the Friday evening. Matt travelled back to Belgium to watch some more cars go around the track. Formula 1 cars or something? I don't know. The ring was rammed as the track had recently closed due to an accident, kinda backing people's claims that there are way more incidents these days. Anyway, the next day we woke up early and went straight to the ring. You may have seen online about the pile-up caused by a coolant spill on the Nurburg Ring. This following another big accident that happened just a few weeks back. Starting to understand why people are hesitant. Accidents happen, but from my personal experience, too many people treat the Touristenfahrten as a track day, trying to get the best lap times possible at the expense of other people's safety. Just go out there and enjoy the roads and enjoy the scenery. Not everything is a competition. I jumped in with Matt on his first lap to give some pointers and generally put him at ease. In a strange turn of events, Matt got talking to John, the owner of this beautifully spec'd E92 M3, and after going out for a lap with him, convinced John to take me out for a lap. And what a lap it was. Right, so I've also been given an amazing opportunity. So John, a fellow Brit, in this amazingly spec'd E92 M3, has literally just said I can jump passenger. I'm not going to distract him too much, but I just wanted to say this is what a track car. We are running on AP Racing brakes. The thing is fully built, caged as you can see. I've never been out on the ring in a purpose-built track car, so this for me is going to be amazing. G80s all the way. Right, I should have done a walk around before because I am absolutely shaking with adrenaline. I think more than when I drove my car on the ring. So John over there, I don't know if he wants to be on camera, that gentleman there, what an absolute legend, and told me he was going to take it easy on the lap because he knew he was responsible for me. I told him, I'm a grown adult, I made the decision, have fun. The video I know will not pick up how John and this thing just connected around, how he was shifting this thing around. And for people that mock the DCT in this, John, he's done several hundred laps in this season already. And it has been absolutely flawless. So here it is, E92 M3, absolutely love. And it is getting a lot of attention because of the fenders, the wings, the bonnet, everything, carbon bits. How that is still in one piece, I don't know. He has given me permission to just jump inside as well. So there it is. DCD obviously uses the flappy paddles, and he definitely uses all of the revs and all of the speedo. But as I said, when you see the steering wheel, things like that, you know. He is a serious driver with a serious bit of kit, and John, I cannot thank you enough. Like I said, we went out in the i30N taxi. Up until this point was the best experience of my life. I'm going to say this is probably the best experience of my life. Georgia and I went out for our first lap of the day. We began talking about how every driver should have a simple mandatory briefing on the rules of the Nurburg Ring for both new/nervous drivers to keep right unless overtaken, things like that, as well as confident/egotistical drivers to not bully people out of the way or sacrifice safety for lap times. If you want lap times, book a track day. So we're about halfway through the lap now. So far so good. There's a bit of traffic, but this is the amount of traffic I like. It's not crazy. I'm indicating I'm in a slow car. I am keeping out of everyone's way. I am one Brit who's got nothing to prove. And I've got Matt behind me. This is only his second lap. He is staying with me. Like I said, as long as you don't get let your ego get the better. Sorry, I got a downshift by there. So far, as I said, this is just my first lap of today. Is it still worth the hype? I'm going to say straight away, for me, this is what I absolutely love. Like I said, there's been no ego issues yet, no people flying past unnecessarily. It is intimidating. Like, Matt was terrified on his first lap, which is understandable. I could barely breathe on my first lap. But you don't have to drive as fast as you possibly can the whole time. You can simply move out of people's way, and that is what they should tell everyone, because everyone thinks you have to go as fast as you possibly can. So what's crazy is we got here relatively early, and within a matter of like an hour, if the traffic's flowing good, then it's absolutely nice. Everywhere you look, I'm just as long as the traffic's flowing, there's really not that much queuing. This looks terrifying. It goes all the way back there. But like I said, when we were here, some idiot was blocking there, it caused eruptions and everything like that. But it's really not as bad as it looks once you're in traffic. And then you do get the odd inconsiderate people. But I wouldn't change it for it. I just had like what I consider the best lap of my life. I thoroughly enjoy it. So like I said at the beginning of the video, is it still worth the hype? So me as a Brit, I know we've got a bad reputation over here. I just stay out of people's way. I'm in a slow car, I stay out of people's way. I don't have an issue. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I can have a catch up with Matt now. That's his second lap he's done. He is a very, very methodical man. He overthinks absolutely everything, so I'm really curious to see what he thinks. And then when Liam finally gets here, I'm sure he'll do another lap, and then we'll get an update from Liam as well as another first timer. Matt explained, I honestly can't remember much of it due to being overwhelmed with the experience, so I'm planning on going back this year to fill in the blanks. Now, I completely understand where Matt is coming from. I felt the same after my first lap. Matt also agrees that a briefing should be had for each driver, even if it's a simple video on the Nurburg Ring website. I really like that idea. Matt's closing statement was simply, overall, an amazing experience. Liam's thoughts were, I'd say it's definitely worth the trip no matter what car you have. Like me, for example, probably the slowest car on track, but I could drive that thing to its limits and not get into too much trouble. Liam also said he definitely felt some sort of pressure, either to do with the amount of people sat at hotspots for crashes or the amount of faster cars flying past. Liam had the idea to maybe limit the amount of cars on track at one time to avoid traffic build-up and accidents. Liam's closing statement was simply, all in all, it's a really good trip. So all I've done is give positive opinions of the Nurburg Ring. Like I said, I've been here a few times. I've just come off the track again. I got an unbelievably clean lap in. No aggressive drivers, nothing like that. But what I do want to note, over the past couple of days we've been here, the track has been closed a lot. We got there first thing this morning and it was closed due to an accident on the track. Now, accidents do happen, but I've seen a lot on the Nurburgring groups on Facebook. Again, people driving maybe too aggressively. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but the track has been closed a lot, so I imagine it has changed a lot from what it used to be. We've been coming here a couple of years literally, and dare I say, even in that time, it feels like the track was closed a lot more than it was back then. In case you haven't seen, by the way, yes, I've done it. Cheesy, probably, but I absolutely love it. So yeah, for me as a whole, as an annoying Brit coming as a yearly holiday, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I put up with the annoying aggressive drivers because it's not all of them. It's just the scenery of Germany, everything about Germany and the Nurburgring, the car show, the amount of people we've met that have flagged us down, that we've just met in talking, has been amazing. And is it still worth the hype? From me, who's someone who's been here before, absolutely, and we will definitely be coming next year. So I just had an amazing conversation with some so excited I dropped the camera. So with some locals, some Germans who were here. They flagged us down because of the Civic. Unfortunately, she's gone on track now. With the Civic hatch, we saw the hatch in the show. Yes, we did attend the 2025 MIMS Honda show at the Nurburgring. That is in a separate video. And the gent was telling me around the Del Sol. So what I'm going to do, I forgot to say to him before, if you're watching, I'm going to put these 2 stickers. I don't know if they're going to last. 2 stickers there for you. The thought was there. And he ran through, I didn't get his name, I am sorry. But this is the Del Sol. As you guys know, I love a Del Sol. It is on my to-do list. But he was running me through all of the hurdles they've got to jump over to get a TÜV inspection, which is like the German equivalent of the MOT. Every modification that you do on a car has to then be re-inspected. So you imagine everything you do to your car, taking it back to the MOT station, paying for the privilege. And his exhaust, for example, has to have the part number on there to match the part number to the car, and he's got to have the paperwork to show the part number to show that that exhaust is on that car. What a headache. But fair play, it was absolutely fascinating. So if you are watching, I really appreciate it. After 3 days in this amazing country, it was time for us to head home. If you're any sort of petrol head, you really do have to experience this place for yourself. The roads, the atmosphere, the people, and that's before you step foot on the greatest racetrack in the world. This little Civic is still blowing my mind. It's been comfy, reliable, and has taken a beating. We've been on the road 2 hours now, 2 hours and 1 minute to be exact. I had a very worrying message. Every time I go into a different country, my phone network says, welcome to so-and-so. And I just had a message saying, welcome to the Netherlands. And my heart dropped, because not once have we come to the Netherlands. But luckily the route I've chosen avoids Brussels, so we're hopefully going to avoid all that traffic. So we stopped in the services. Got my nutritional snack. So we are getting back to calorie counting now, but they don't count until we're back in the UK. And then we've also got, what was it? A burrito or something?
Beef taco.
Taco, that was it, yeah, beef taco. Yeah, she's gonna need a tattoo, sorry.
Oh.
So yeah, we've covered 876 miles in total on this trip. And I'm not going to jinx it, but the car... yeah, and we've been very lucky with the weather. It was absolutely tipping down this morning, but as soon as we hit the road, it stopped. So we are very lucky. And yeah, things are going great. There, I said, damn it, I jinxed it. As per usual, it's like we're driving through all seasons. It was sunny 2 minutes ago, and now, look what we're dealing with. We drove through a storm, through the longest tunnel on Earth, caught the moment we ticked over 1,000 miles. Managed to get an earlier crossing for the tunnel, which is always a win. Drove on the dreadful roads of the UK, crossed the bridge, and made it home safely. We've just made it home. That's 1,272 miles this car has just done. And some of those were some the most strenuous miles you can put on a car, basically. And I can say it now because I can't jinx it. Did not miss a beat. I absolutely love this car. Considering this thing didn't even have a gearbox in it, what, 2 weeks ago? And just me and thanks to a couple of friends just putting in some time. I cannot believe this little thing took us halfway across Europe, around the biggest racetrack in the world, and I pushed it on the last lap, which I probably shouldn't have done, and got us home safely. For those that don't have like attachments to their cars, I don't know how you don't, because I absolutely adore this car. I'm amazed it's done what it's done.